All right, good morning, everyone. Um, I'm waiting for a few more people to jump in. It's been a few weeks since we've had meetings, so I know that we will have to get everybody back oriented. Um, but if I appreciate everyone who has showed up, Nicholas, I appreciate you for being here. And I won't keep this meeting too long. I just wanted to give everyone an update to where we are. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay, so the first thing is we now have team meetings, mod team meetings, development team meetings, operation meetings, etc. Uh, all mod team meetings are on Thursdays at 9 CST, so 30 minutes directly before this meeting. Operations meetings are on Sundays in the afternoon. Development meetings are directly after this meeting at 10:30. 1 hour after the start of this meeting at 10:30, and marketing meetings are at 12:30 on Thursdays. So everyone's on Thursday, but ops team, and I look forward to kind of talking to everyone individually and giving everyone feedback on what's going on, and kind of just basically interacting with the team. So just to clarify, we now do have team meetings. Marketing is at 12:30. Development is directly after this meeting at 10:30. All hands is at 9:30. And communities or mod team is at 9. So that's great. And today I really just wanted to talk about the most pressing thing coming up, which is that we will actually be launching the first part of the project next week. I'm highly confident that everything is going to be done by then. And really, the only thing that's going to kind of be dependent on is the team, specifically probably the mod and marketing teams, and how fast that they're getting up to speed. But it seems like everyone is engaged, and we're going to have a good launch next week. So I want to talk about that and talk about why we're doing that and kind of how everything works today. So I'm just going to go directly to the marketing plan. So I know we've talked budget for like the last 5 or 10 weeks that we have been doing this. It's the most important part for the main project, the token portion of the project. And it's really what's going to make or break us, because we're going to need $25,000-$30,000 probably to really get our name out there and to get the token to have the volume that we need to get everyone paid and to continue scaling everything and make this a project that has a foundation to it. Now, the original thought was that we were going to hold a pre-sale. I thought that that was just going to be another expense in terms of us to market the pre-sale. And so what we ended up doing is, I think you guys have seen this, but I'll show it to everyone who hasn't, is we created a mining app, right, that actually pays you tokens as you mine. So what that actually ends up doing is gives you a way to ROI on your initial investment while still being able to receive tokens. No project has ever done this before. It's very new. And then also we have the best miner on the market right now, right? So that goes from all of the different fixes that we have up here in terms of limitations for what people can actually withdraw, to this time decay that actually essentially functions to give people a bonus every time they compound or purchase tokens. Same thing, right? Of 0.1% daily, right? So the more that you're actually interacting with this, the more tokens you'll actually end up receiving. The maximum amount of tokens that anyone can receive is $9,000 in a month, and that also is the amount of total ROI that they can get, which is amazing. And you can also start multiple accounts. So this is going to be a very long-term passive income tool that our community will be able to use. And it's also one of the main ways that we're going to distribute our tokens. So beginning next week, we're going to put this on the market. Um, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done before then. And the main thing that really that is getting the mod team oriented and getting the original Guff holders oriented into the group before we start the marketing process. So on Sunday, if everything is in line and the scheduling is looking good, then we will make a formal announcement in all of the groups to essentially start orienting people into the group. The mods will then start reaching out to all of the different lists of Guff investors and letting them know what's going on, as well as getting involved in the chat. We're going to essentially make sure that the activity is going to pick up significantly next week, that there'll be a lot of conversations and a lot of interest in the project. One of the main things we're also going to do next week is initialize the social engagement engine. So that basically means that from that point on, anyone who's talking, texting, attending these types of things like AMAs and meetings, reacting to posts, retweeting on Twitter, all of them will start earning tokens. And their airdrop balances will actually be viewable in chat starting next week. So if you are a part of the Guff team or you came from the Guff group and you're interested in basically seeing your holdings, you'll be able to check those starting next week. And as we start to roll out, the perpetual presale and the C protocol, we're going to start with the Guff holders. So that's going to look like a 7-day rollout. You can kind of see that it's basically structured here, right? We're going to start on day one, essentially doing a DM and shilling campaign or an adding campaign to those members to get them oriented and to kind of pick the activity up in the group before we start the formal marketing plan. And then we're going to also have initialized the C protocol, as you guys can see right there, to make sure that everyone is being incentivized to talk, to chat, to attend AMAs, to invite new friends, and to engage with our content. So that's number one. The next 2 or 3, 4 days will be orientation. So making sure that the mods are on a schedule, making sure that everyone knows how to answer questions, making sure that everyone knows exactly how to essentially, get involved. And then from there, we will begin with our automated DM and group ads. We've identified over 500,000 unique leads. So we're going to be going through those leads starting on most likely Thursday, and those will be placed inside of a portal where they'll have the option to join the group. And so we expect a lot of group activity to come from that. We will also be starting our shilling campaigns, our tweet campaigns, our YouTube campaigns, our AMA campaigns, our call group campaigns. Those will all be initialized on day 5, and we'll start rolling those out. And then on day 7, we plan on launching the pre-sale contract. So that is essentially what we're going to be focused on next week, is getting the project launched, right? Gabriel, saw you just jump in, so let me just backtrack a little bit. We're going to start the launch process next week. If you're a member of the mod team, I'm going to be very aggressive with inboxing you and making sure that everyone is understanding what's going on, because we want to make sure everyone is in sync. Hopefully starting on Sunday, you will be able to check your airdrop balance using C. So C is the social engagement engine in the chat. It'll basically just be a bot command that you do. You'll be able to view your balance, and you'll also be able to earn additional tokens by talking, chatting, adding people into the chat, attending AMAs, all of that good stuff. So we're going to start that process next week. At the end of that process, it's going to be a 7-day rollout. We're going to then release our perpetual pre-sale contract. So that is basically a pre-sale that goes on for the life of the contract. And also allows anyone who invests in it to get ROI and to earn BNB passively, and also receive tokens at the same time. So that's how we're going to begin the project. From there, everyone will have kind of a window of about 30 or 45 days to basically go ahead and earn additional tokens. and also to help market the project. And then we will be monitoring the pre-sale contract to make sure that we're getting the budget that we need. And then we will finalize all of the tokens, make sure that all of the contracts are good to go, right? The first audit is being done now on the pre-sale contract. Once that concludes, then the audit on the token contracts will begin. I expect there to be a few things for us to fix and to go look through, as there always are. And then we're going to begin the rollout of the token contract. So it's very, very, very important that all of us are on the same page at this point. The engagement of the team is really what is going to be resting on when we launch, right? So just if you guys see anybody in the group, you're going to be meeting all the teams. If you see me, reach out individually. There was a mod team meeting this morning that there is a recording of to tell everybody exactly what to expect for the next week. Please do review those contents, review all of that different content, and ask me any questions. Reach out and be on the lookout for a mod cheat sheet, because if we don't have everyone on deck next week, we're not going to be able to launch. And I'd like to go ahead and get this out so that everyone can start checking their airdrop balances, and then be starting to understand how to claim those airdrop balances once the token contract is released. So that is the main focus for this week. Of course, there are other updates on the operation side and other things, but I really just want to focus here for now because we're going to start the launch process, and I want to make sure that that goes smoothly, and that we are ready to kind of move into the next phase of the project, which will be the token project. We will be getting some funds from the pre-sale. I cannot tell you whether or not we will be making enough for everyone to begin getting paid. The contract is set up for us to be making enough for us to get paid, but again, it just depends on how well we do over the next week. It's going to be very dependent on how well we do this week, how well the team comes together, how responsive everybody is, to see if everyone is actually going to start getting paid. And what I mean by that is if we get enough volume, if we get enough TVL inside of the pre-sale contract, then we can expect to have a very nice budget, and everyone will get paid according to paying myself, and I'm going to simply make sure that everyone else is going to get what they need, and also to give the company back what it spent to develop the project. But everyone else, I'd like to go ahead and start paying everyone, in the next month or so as the pre-sale contract goes online. I can't guarantee it, depending on how much we're going to have to spend on marketing. It's looking like about probably $30,000 or $40,000 plus a few development costs. But if this contract goes well, then I expect for us to be making a good amount of money similar to that monthly, to where people can get paid, to where we have perpetual marketing funds, and also to where we can have some very unique parts of our project that are going very well. So if you guys want to see exactly how much everyone gets paid, it's right here, right? It's simply a percentage of monthly income. We expect for this to honestly fluctuate on the bottom end in terms of raising these for you guys and diminishing them for leadership. But this is the initial estimates of what everyone gets paid. So with that being said, I'm very excited. I really do appreciate all you guys, hanging in there. It's been a lot of work. It's been almost a year of development, and then also just a lot of different setbacks, a few pivots and changes. So I do appreciate you guys, being on board and being ready to go. The next marketing meeting will be at 12:30. All mod meetings are now at 9, 30 minutes before this meeting. Development meetings are at 10:30, so an hour after this, and operations meetings are on Sunday. So the team is going to come together very quickly. We're going to essentially be working very hard to get all of the guff investors and group members oriented at the beginning of the week, right? I think I went over this, but I want to just go over it one more time, right? We want to make sure that those guys are being taken care of. I know a lot of you guys are from that group, so I want to make sure that that's my priority before we start our marketing campaign. So we're going to get you guys oriented, get you in the group, show you guys how to use C and check your token balances. And then we are going to start adding to the group and doing our marketing campaign 3 or 4 days after that. So the last thing I'll say is you will most likely have a zero balance in your account. The main thing that we want to make sure that is that everyone's account is getting set up, and then we will assign everyone their token amounts in the next 30 days as the server updates itself. So for the first 30 days, you may have a zero balance. I'm going to be aware of this. You're going to get a lot of questions about this, and just let people know that the balances will be updated. However, you will be able to instantly start earning more tokens in the group immediately, and those balances will reflect. The reason why this is going to be is because I have gotten over 2,000 submissions of addresses. We took a snapshot at the beginning of this process with over 3,000 addresses, and I'm going to do one, and we've lost a lot of people since then, so I'm going to do one more registration and verification for everyone to make sure that you guys are getting, more tokens if there's not going to be as many people. And then I will start the airdrop process. Algo was just in here. We have software that can literally airdrop everyone's tokens directly to their wallet. We will be paying the gas fees for that. So most likely what it will end up being is you guys will have to go and claim tokens. But again, that will be on as soon as the token protocol is released. And you guys will also be able to compound those tokens and earn more tokens using those tokens if you choose to basically spread your claims out over a significant period of time. So all in all, this is going to be great. I do want to kind of speak to some stuff that's not really immediately relevant, but the reason why this project is coming together, and then I will close things out. I'm not sure. I haven't really shared that much about myself or what I do. But I do work full-time in crypto. I have a marketing firm as well as a incubation lab. So what we do is we acquire new projects and we help them essentially build up. A lot of these projects are not traditional crypto projects. They're large companies that are looking to go Web3. At the moment, we have an application for food delivery and food ordering that is already basically starting some partnerships with Miami Coin and some other big players. We have a film studio that we acquired a piece of that is going to be showing films around the world. The author that we were working with has sold over 150,000 books individually. And these are the partners that we have partnered with to do that. We're initially going to buy Death Row Records and handle streaming for some of the biggest artists on the planet. We also have a partnership with a play to earn, move to earn application that has been in development for 3 years. These guys have physical sneakers that they will be distributing and basically using for play to earn, move to earn. So it's going to be the biggest platform for move to earn probably in the space. And it's also going to hopefully one day rival Nike in terms of the actual output of shoes that they can put out. We also have a solar energy project where I partnered with someone who has been in solar. He's one of the biggest consultants where I live for solar. We've been partnering with the actual mayors and politicians to actually make this happen and to change the policy in the United States to basically roll out a new energy system for Texas and eventually for the entire United States. And we also acquired a piece of them. So the entire reason why we're building this project is because we have opportunities for other investors. One of the things that we do is we raise money for these projects and we raise money for businesses. And so we wanted to be able to give a portion of these tokens and give a portion of these projects back to the Gov community and back to the community that we've been working with for so long, and then essentially make this a DAO, right? So the tokens that everyone will be receiving will receive cash flow from all of these different endeavors. And that is the reason why it's so important that I wanted to make sure that we get everyone oriented and get everyone back in, because we have been putting a lot into this, not only from this project side, but I have been working in the crypto industry and have worked with Polygon and other large companies for a few years now. And this is going to be something that we use to basically enhance our day-to-day operations and to essentially give back to the community, as we are starting to see a lot of amazing success. So I say all that to just basically say that this project has a 2-year timeline at this point. We have a lot of amazing partnerships that I haven't even mentioned, as well as the ones that I did mention that are going to come out of this. And so, the harder that we work, the more that I feel like everyone will be satisfied, because this could be a very, very large project, not only on Binance, but in the crypto space, and also has the potential to become a very large venture capital and incubator, where everyone is seeing hundreds of multiples on their initial investment into Guff, as well as being able to have perpetual cash flow, essentially, indefinitely. So that is, in a nutshell, that's what we've been working on. That's what I've been working on. And I've personally put 10 years into developing this entire ecosystem, a year into developing the actual protocol behind it, and 6 or 7 years into developing my marketing and my business development business. So I just want you guys to know that this is something that I'm extremely passionate about, that I'm putting all of my time and all of my effort in. I actually have slowed my business down significantly just to attempt this and just to do this. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that, so that, despite all of the time and the setbacks and all of these different things, that you guys know how serious this is to me, how serious this is to the team, how excited, my partners are to basically see exactly what we've been working on, and to let you guys know that I hopefully one day soon, this will be something that we can all choose to do full time, if that is where we want to be. So I won't go on too long. I just wanted to go ahead and address all of that different stuff, let you guys know exactly what's going on, and then I will be reaching out to everyone individually. So Nick, I think you're the only one here. Did you have a question for me?
Actually, I'm just listening to you, and the rest just left. No, actually, no.
Good deal.
Hello.
Yeah, I know everyone was in and out, and they left. I will, work on getting everyone kind of more oriented. Like last time, we had to, it took a few times and reach outs to get everyone into the meetings. And I was away, handling the burial of a family member last week, so we kind of had a few gaps. But I will get, I will message you personally and talk about mod stuff, and message everyone else personally, and then we'll kind of get everything back on track, man.
All right, all right.
All right, man. You have a great day. I really do appreciate you always being in the meetings.
You too.
Thanks, bro.